Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Yeehaw Lads podcast, episode number, is it 68?
69!
No, that can't be it. Is that it already?
69.
Oh, there's balloons here in the studio.
I decorated.
Why would you do something like that?
I don't know,
How
because
about
it's funny number.
So are you going to throw these away, or are you going to try to keep them all the way up until
So-
You gotta keep it for
169?
96.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I'll
Oh,
just
wasn't being serious.
I'll just
Right, 2
deflate. I'll
years.
just deflate the balloons.
They're
It'll be
not.
fine.
They're so not worth it. Keeping them for 30 more weeks.
I did keep all the ribbons though. They're back in the closet with all the Christmas decorations.
Those are still in there?
Yep.
What the fuck? I thought you just threw
Motherfucker,
those
I
away.
spent like $60 on all those decorations.
That was with Shaw money.
Yeah, you should have
Yeah.
just not done that.
That's
That's
fine.
crazy.
I almost got us little party hats too, but I thought that was a little overkill.
You know what would be sick to have little party hats for?
Huh.
Your chickens.
My chickens.
Speaking of
Let's
your
talk about
chickens.
my chickens.
Yes.
Andy's not here, by the way. We were going to talk about his house closing and all the
Yeah.
cool stuff and planning on moving some stuff, and then he just didn't come.
Yeah.
So,
Last minute he canceled.
so instead, we're going to talk about our stuff, which was
Yeah.
not planned on and less exciting.
Yep.
Or
basically.
maybe more.
You
We'll
want to
see.
go to my pictures? Pull up the video. Let's start with the
Basically.
video.
You didn't. Oh, you did send me a video.
I did.
I'll be damned.
So we
yeah.
found out that one of the chickens is a little weirder than the rest.
Well, they're chickens.
Well, yeah. In the fact that if you go ahead and play, Marie Antoinette really likes her butt rubbed.
Oh.
I'll be
Alright.
damned. I would have never assumed.
Oh, fucking head against the wall and everything.
Oh my. Yeah, absolutely
I don't know why. None of the other ones do this, but she does.
Aw.
strange. Probably has like a rash or something. You're just spreading it around.
Oh.
No.
You're just some monster. Just fucking.
No.
What did one of the other chickens do? Like, if you went to like pat their head, they'd like flatten out on the ground.
Yeah,
like a
so like
pancake.
they their wings are tucked in, and then if you like get over top of them whatsoever, they squat and like throw their they flatten, they like
They get
pancake.
wide.
It's really weird. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's like if this is a defense mechanism, it's a horrible defense mechanism
Protects the vitals
because
gotta
you
get up-
don't move.
Yeah. Well, they know they're not fast.
I don't. Midge is still pretty fast. That's the only way I can tell her from
Is she still
the rest
smaller,
of
or
the
is
pack.
she getting even now?
She's just a hair bit smaller.
Okay.
But
Okay.
she's normal size.
She's catching
now.
up. Has
But
she laid an egg yet? That's fair.
It's
Those-
kinda hard
You're not
to
like sitting there
tell.
like, hold on, like let me check the undercarriage.
Yeah.
underbody inspection. No,
Interesting.
well, speaking of eggs, if you want to go to the next picture,
I sure can.
So I went out like 2 days ago
With who?
myself.
Okay.
I went out to go do chicken chores for the night, and I always look before I come in
Mm-hmm.
if there's any more eggs.
Sure.
And there was a big fucker.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
You could
like
Noticeably
Poor
tell.
ass.
it doesn't fit in the
Like-
carton.
That's like a little ping pong ball.
Yeah.
And then that monster.
Yeah.
That's a grade A large egg, brother.
Extra
It's
large jumbo.
I say this is a large carton and it's bigger than what'll
Fuck.
fit.
Yeah, like it's in the
Damn.
back. It's hard to shut the carton.
Oh my god. So did you eat that one already?
No.
Just to get it out of the way? You just fucking-
No.
What should be like a double yolk?
Oh, I've already had a double yolk.
Did you
What?
really?
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
And that wasn't news to us? Jesus, this sucks.
Because I've had double yolks before.
Or,
What?
or an egg inside an egg?
That's what I'm hoping it is.
double
is an
egg?
egg inside of an egg.
That's
I see
I've
that.
seen it.
I see that on the chicken subreddit. I
I've
visited
seen-
What?
once, and now I fucking get
Yep.
suggested posts
you're
all
on
the
the
time.
chicken
I get it.
subreddit.
That's if the minute I log into my Reddit, immediately it's from the chicken subreddit.
Well, because when we
Chicken.
were chicken sitting for you 2 weeks ago now, I think, and I checked the camera, and one of them was screaming. The first thing I went was on the subreddit, chicken screaming.
yeah, she's
And-
just laying an egg.
Yeah, there were 2 eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go on
Which
the-
is also really weird because in their nesting boxes, I just had like the pine shavings in there.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, well, I'll get them something nice because they make like rubber nesting box pads.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, they're washable and everything. And I was like, it's a little bit more
Yeah,
cleaner.
kind of a livestock
They
cat.
fucking hate them.
Really?
Really?
Yes. So I replaced 2 of them because I have 4 boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I replaced 2 of them, and I have not found an egg in there yet. They're only
They're
in the
just-
other 2.
They're avoiding
Picky
those ones.
assholes.
now.
Yeah. I'm like,
It's just like the
"God damn."
rabbits.
Well, so I upgraded their water cups.
Cups.
So I switched them to ones they have to like peck at a little thing and it
Yeah.
opens the valve and it fills them up. They're too fucking stupid to use them.
Don't
Yeah.
say that.
They are. I've tried.
Yeah.
So I finally said fuck it, and I switched them back to the big spring-loaded cups that they had. So it fills up, and as the
Tell me what to Google to
bowl
pull these
gets
up
heavy.
as an image.
Just chicken
Chicken cup?
watering cups.
Chicken
No.
cup.
And when we were there, I was trying to
Yep,
teach
right there,
Linda
the red ones.
how to use
Oh.
it too.
Oh,
They were there. Hold on. This one.
yep.
Yeah.
Get these popped up just so people,
So
the visual listeners, get a little
the
treat.
the thing that sucks about these is that black wing nut.
Mm-hmm.
It's all plastic, and it's really thin plastic. So the minute you try to get it tight,
It just explodes.
it just like strips the threads off of it.
I 100% believe that.
Yeah.
So I said, fuck it. And I got stainless steel, like flat nuts. And then I double washered them.
Okay. Trying to make
Still
it nice.
fucking leaks.
Oh, yeah, because it has to seal, essentially.
Yeah.
Mm,
So I said, fuck it. And today that's what I was working on before I
just
came
silicone
here.
them in.
No, because the
Oh.
first time I did them, I siliconed them.
Yeah.
Silicone did not take.
Oh, because there's
Oh.
too much water and stuff, moisture.
I said, fuck it. And I am on my 4th coat of Flex Seal.
Oh, my God.
Holy shit.
Because I'm literally just sealing that, and that's just the outside. I'm going to do the insides too.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm working on that
So
currently.
you find out that's horribly toxic to be anywhere near
it'll
a bird.
be
and
fine
just
once it off
dissolves it.
gases.
Yeah.
They drink city water. They're fine.
Yeah, they're okay.
You should get them some good water.
it.
You give them good water, they'd probably die.
Probably.
Like, they're used to all their minerals and fluorides.
So yeah, so that's the chicken update. I did not find a chicken walking funny, but I'm sure that one hurt a little bit.
Oh, the egg that was
That
screaming
was a
a little
big
bit.
ass egg.
Yeah.
It was a big egg.
Chonky.
Chunky.
Damn, that is a big ass egg.
Yep.
Good for them.
Yep.
That's a big ass donkey.
Yeah. When I left
Christ.
home,
Oh,
because I dropped your parents off a dozen.
yeah.
I had 24. I had 26 eggs sitting on my counter.
And so,
That's awesome.
what day was that? Was that Tuesday? That your
Tuesday.
box fan just decided to quit working?
Oh, no, that
Oh.
was Monday.
Was it Monday?
Yep.
I was trying to remember what day it was.
Yep.
My week's been all fucked up.
Yep. Because that was the day. So Tori has some like the older style like milk containers. They're like steel, aluminum ones, whatever the hell they're made
Yeah.
out of.
Yeah, a milk can.
Milk can.
yeah. Okay.
Wanna, like,
And they're older, and she wants to turn them into a like flower pot holder kind of
yeah,
thing.
into essentially
So
like what
uh,
everybody does with these
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
So
It's essentially these ones.
I had to rip the handles off, grind them down, and then I said, fuck it, because they're going to be full of water anyway.
Mhm.
So I just took Brian's plasma cutter and just
Put a hole in the bottom.
put a hole in the
Oh.
bottom so it'll drain,
Mhm.
but most of the structural is still there, which is really weird
Okay.
because she had 2 of them.
Yes.
One's green,
Alright.
one's brown.
Like brownish purple, yeah. Weird
When
color.
we cut the brown one with the plasma cutter,
It was extremely strange.
yeah.
Like-
So, a plasma cutter it's a high temp arcing of
It's
electricity.
Electricity with air pressure.
with
behind
air
it,
pressure
which will
that
blow a
blows it
hole.
away. Well, I got done and I noticed like when the paint had peeled off and everything that it was like super shiny, like it had been soldered.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's not anything out of the ordinary because like
It makes sense it could be-
99% of fire extinguishers and containers like kind of with that bottom, they're all brazed shut.
Yeah.
Yeah, they basically just assemble it and seal it.
Yeah,
It's like that
Well, they
forever.
fill it upside down and then they
Yeah.
braze it shut.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
The whole thing is covered in a coating of something.
in some sort of like paste.
And it's not lead,
It looks like solder and it reacts like solder, but
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
and it's
'Cause I didn't get any pictures of it, of
it's
course. but
what's the word for it? It flows, or
like
it
malleable
becomes
almost.
liquid with just like a matte gas
At a
torch.
low
so it's
temperature.
not a crazy high temperature stuff.
yeah,
Okay.
it's not like
So
a
no, it was just really weird.
yeah. Because as we're cutting it, you're like, what the fuck? And we're looking at it.
Yeah.
It's like it would flow away from it
Yeah.
as if solder. It was very strange.
It was
Maybe the
weird.
whole thing's like solder dipped or something to seal it. It could be
Maybe
anything.
a zinc dip or
Because
something.
galvanizer zinc would smoke off.
Yeah.
usually, unless it's super thick, but I wouldn't.
Well, unless it's like a pure zinc coating or something.
Any sort of metal coating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It
That
was
very
super weird.
strange. But yeah, you were about to come over here and you're like, oh, hey, my box fan died.
Yeah.
So you got out there and it wasn't working at all?
Well, so we have a little Fiat or Fight electric smart water or smart
like
temperature
thermostat,
sensor.
essentially?
Yeah, technically, it's just a temp sensor and humidity sensor.
Okay.
So if it gets above like 80 degrees, it automatically kicks a fan on because it's just a smart outlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if it gets below 70, it kicks the heat lamp on.
Yeah.
Sure. Gives it a balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just helps a little bit. If they want to warm up, they can warm up. If they need to cool down, it'll
Help.
at least move air through there.
Yeah, it'll regulate it a little
Yeah.
bit.
So I walked in there. I was like, huh, that's weird. The box fan's off. And I like clicked it. Didn't turn on. So I like clicked it again. Still didn't turn on. I'm like, okay. Went and flicked the switch a couple times, the
See if it's getting kinda
speed
crusty
switch
or
on there. I'm like,
dusty.
okay, no, nothing. I mean, this thing has been literally just moving dust around since
And-
I put it in there.
Yeah.
And you didn't buy it new for this. You had it before this.
No,
didn't
I
you?
had it before. What the fuck did I buy it for?
Probably
I bought it for
years
some
ago.
reason. Oh, no, I bought it for LAN party.
Okay.
To help
I was
move
gonna
air
say, I
around
thought
in
you
the
probably had
basement.
it for
So
the
again,
LAN party.
years
Yeah.
ago at this
Whatever.
That
point.
was like 3 years ago.
So, yep, fucking I switched outlets. I plugged it directly into the outlet. Didn't even turn on. I'm like, well, shit. Now I got to go all the way back to Peru to buy a fucking box fan, which, of course, that turned into
While you're there,
a shitload
get
of other
this, get
stuff,
that,
too.
yeah.
So, yeah.
well, damn. Well,
Yeah.
but so now it's all fixed up and
Now
all
it's
the
all
birds
fixed.
are happy.
Yep.
Sweet.
I also got a new outdoor security camera.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, how is it?
I like it. I
'Cause
really
you got
do.
a Wise one.
I
now,
got a
right?
Wise battery powered one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
I didn't even know they made a battery one. That's
that was the
cool.
problem. Is you didn't want battery powered originally.
Well,
You did, but you didn't.
I at one point
And I
because
understand.
of the
I understand your
neighbor,
reasoning for that.
I wanted
Yeah.
to get an entire security system for the house, but
Right.
with us renting still, I didn't really feel like climbing up into the attic. And the way that I thought about it, I was gonna get the plastic conduit boxes, like the fully sealed ones,
Yeah.
and put them up in the gables. And then just drill a hole through. That way,
Use
when I'm
those-
done, it's just a plate.
And you just seal it back up.
And you just seal it back up because
I
the
gotcha.
plastic ones, they're outdoor rated. They have the little foam gasket in there.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just way too much work, and I wanted the PoE style cameras instead of
That's-
like Jason has the powered. It's a power wire, and then it's your signal wire.
Right. Instead
So
of being
each camera has 2 fucking wires.
instead of being PoE,
One.
which is just one cable.
Yeah.
Which
PoE
does,
supremacy, brother.
Yeah. So, at one point I wanted to do that, but it was just
It's
way too expensive.
easy
and
enough to throw up a
It doesn't
battery
make sense
camera.
if you're renting then either.
No.
Too.
Well, and the nice thing about the Fiat or the Waze ones, Wise,
Wise.
whatever, you can order 5-volt, 1 amp solar chargers.
Yeah.
Oh,
for
so you
'em.
can trickle charge the battery.
Mhm.
Which
that's
is
kinda
super nice.
Yeah.
But no, the one that I got, which is I think one of the only battery powered ones they make,
I think so.
has a
yeah.
fucking spotlight on it, and it's fucking bright.
Yeah.
nowadays that LEDs are so efficient, like the tiniest thing will have an ignorant light on it.
Like if you walk past it and it takes a second at night, it'll turn the floodlight on.
right.
Yeah.
And like I don't have to pull my phone out anymore to double check to make sure everybody's
You
inside.
can
Yeah.
easily see.
Yeah. So I'm liking it. It's a lot better than the Fiat, whatever the
Oh, I'm
hell
sure.
that brand
Whatever
name
the other
was.
brand was.
Well, because every time we would go to use it, because it would show a notification. So like if I walked past there, it would ding, that it saw motion,
Yeah.
and then you'd go to click on it, and it would just say device not awake, wake up device.
Even though
And
it
you-
just sensed that
Exactly.
you were there.
And then you would sit there and wait. Like it'd take 10, 15 minutes for that camera to load up. And it's like this. No. If somebody's there, I need to see what the fuck's going on.
I have a similar issue with their smart bulbs. I only have 3 of them. But
My
it's for,
whole house
It's
is
for our kitchen.
their smart
Okay.
bulbs.
Do yours just randomly quit fucking working?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. At
Piece of
least
shit.
once a year, I go through the entire house and
Oh, you're
reset
lucky.
'em.
It's once a year.
You guys know what doesn't stop working? Regular light bulbs.
That's
They
true.
just work.
The Menards brand ones are the only ones that are having issues with me.
Really.
Yep. Every other month.
Okay,
I
so the
have to- I have
Menards
to-
style smart bulbs.
the Fiat ones. Yeah, they're
Really?
The Menards brand. Yeah. Every other month, I have to reset it through the light switch.
No kidding.
What do I have? Yee lights in every other room. Never had to touch them.
Really.
Yeah.
No,
I had to download the app just to set them up, and I never fucking touched the app in 2 years.
Wow.
Damn. No,
They are a little more expensive, but
Well,
I
how
think
more
you-
expensive are we talking about?
So the Fiat ones are what, like
Well, it depends because I get the 1600 watt equivalent.
Brent's
Yeah,
got
I'm
ours
working on it.
pulled
What do you
now.
guys want to see here?
Fiat electric RGB smart bulbs.
Ooh, there's a lot of bulbs.
Yeah,
and stuff.
they have
he-
a lot of shit.
I'll see if
they-
tell me
they-
if
Oh, there you go.
There it is.
this one.
Yep, those are the ones that I get.
Now that's only for one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So
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 my
they're $13.
13, $14 a
Yeah,
pop.
14.
so my Yee lights one was $20.
Oof.
It's a lot,
But
but,
if it works the whole time instead of being a pain in the ass,
it works. The colors are much more accurate.
That is my real only big downside to these bulbs.
Now, if you're not fucking with the colors, then like these are probably fine.
Oh,
or
yeah.
if you want to be sure if this is something you want, and then
Buy
you're not
one
going to
of
be
them.
bothered when they,
if they are
brick
not
themselves every other month,
good.
then
Yeah.
sure.
If
get
you need them,
these.
want them for a thing,
Yeah.
you're like,
So,
oh, I'm going to color my outside lights
the
for
entire
the Christmas,
time-
you know?
Yeah, like that's fine then.
for that to
Yeah.
be perfect.
Yes.
In the entire time that we have lived in that house, basically from the first day we moved in, because our landlord decided to put some ugly ass, like bright fucking yellow,
The
just
Thomas Edison looking ones.
no, but
Bright.
they're that color.
That like orangish.
Yeah, that's what
Yes.
my landlord did at our first apartment. I fucking got rid of
Fucking
those
nasty.
They're
immediately.
so
Just put a daylight in there.
They're so aesthetic though.
No, they're not.
But the-
I
but the
fucking
glow.
hate them.
Dude, when I swapped those from our apartment, because I hated the color. Caitlin didn't mind it, but I'm just like, no, they're not bright. I hate the
They
color.
just-
They're for old people.
They just put out light,
Yeah.
but not good light.
they
Yeah,
each-
ours were like the second from.
Yeah,
Like
exactly
like
that.
2700K over
Yes.
here instead of like
It's fucking ugly.
normal light is somewhere in here.
Yes.
This 3000 to 4000 range.
And I run my house at 4500.
Yeah. Wherever they got this bulbs at for like every single room, they drew 70 watts
What?
per bulb.
What?
Were they fucking incandescents?
Yeah.
They must have been.
Holy shit. Mine were at least fucking LEDs.
That's
Yeah.
ignorant.
Fuck that.
And like you felt the heat off,
Oh,
especially
I'm
especially
sure.
in our kitchen.
oh,
yeah.
I'm
In
sure.
that little apartment of ours.
I mean, even in here with LED lights, like it warms up in here noticeably.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
them are like old
Well,
school.
Those are cheap ass LEDs.
Yeah.
The TV's
Yeah,
an
yeah,
LED panel
yeah.
is just dumping
But-
heat, and we're in here being.
I mean,
No,
from
sweaty
from
dudes.
the day we first moved in. Actually, shit. Now that I really think about it, there's not a single. No,
don't think
there's
there's a
there's
s-
one light fixture in our entire house that is not smart capable, and that's our kitchen.
Which
Oh,
Well, you
our-
got like those nice skylights.
because yeah, now the
yeah.
and now the bathroom's smart and the basement's
Well,
smart. and the
so-
living room's
Oh yeah,
smart.
the bathroom's smart, all right.
Yeah, I don't turn on your lights when I go pee,
Besides the pantry,
which you don't need lights for.
and
No.
well, it's just on a pull
yeah,
string,
it's
Yeah.
and
3 foot square.
the kitchen.
Mhm.
Right.
Those are the only lights in the entire house that are not smart. The porch light, all the living room, including now the closet, because Tori wanted that done, so I put
She
a bulb
wanted a
in there.
smart bulb in there?
Yep,
I thought she was anti-smart bulb. Have,
Yes.
you, have you converted her?
I think.
Oh
think
no.
you did.
The entire bedroom,
Wait till she wants
the
a smart
bedroom and the
husband.
closet.
Get fucked.
You know, every single ball, even the chicken coop. The chicken coop's completely smart too.
They're out there raving.
I think
you
that's
got
I think that's
Elko.
kind of a necessity though.
I feel like
chicken.
chickens
point.
would like benefit from like a weird color of light.
I don't know. I
Like, they
went
would
on
Should
my.
change it red.
I would say like they like benefit from like a reddish
Maybe.
light. Maybe
Yeah.
like
like at night at least.
I
maybe.
kind of want to do an experiment this summer.
Yeah.
you mean torture or
No.
experiment? Very
Experiment.
fine lines here.
I want to change out the shop light that I have in there
Okay.
for a grow light, but like a full spectrum, you know, like regular.
a white light grow light, not
Yeah.
a fucking dark
Yeah,
purple
no.
fucking.
Instead of
Not a
injecting your
black-
chickens with hormones.
Yeah, not a black
No,
light.
and you know, because they
inject them with-
need the sunlight for
They need-
calcium and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
so
vitamin D.
that helps.
Yeah.
So I want to see if that like presents a better mood while they're
Check
trapped
the chicken.
inside.
Check the chicken subreddit.
Oh,
I'm sure
for, like, the
somebody's
winter?
done it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, I've heard the same thing for like people that get like SAD and stuff. Like,
Sad, seasonal depressive.
yeah, it's like you get like a color.
Sorry, seasonal affective disorder.
Yes, it's not depression.
Sad.
It's different. It's just called.
Fuck, what the
sad.
hell is that meme?
called
Shit, I may be really
suicidal.
be depressed because spring's right around the corner and I'm not happy.
Fucking spring. What do you mean?
well,
You're
maybe,
smoking.
maybe.
But like, I've seen people that get like desk lamps that are
Mm-hmm.
now. It's probably nonsense because the human brain's easier to trick than it is to correct.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Well, okay, let me ask you this because I specifically remember this.
4.
Okay.
Damn, I'm good.
What?
We went on an FFA trip
Okay.
to Monsanto.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I remember.
And on the roof, they have the greenhouses that they do all the testing in.
Yes,
That
they
was
do.
like the middle of fucking February.
Yeah.
Yes, and it was hotter than balls in there.
Did that not feel fucking amazing?
It was all right.
I had loved it.
I don't like hot.
It was cold as shit, and it was like,
We weren't outside freezing.
no, but still, corduroy in the fucking winter
corduroy's bad.
sucks.
It's bad in the cold. It's bad in the warm.
Yep.
It's just bad
It's
all
just
the time.
bad.
But
But
it
I
looks-
remember that.
But it looks so snazzy.
No, it doesn't. It looks like shit.
How dare you?
Fuck them jackets.
Fuck, man. But yeah, I do remember doing that. And any sort of like greenhouse, yeah, it feels nice for a minute.
Oh,
but then
it's
I'm
so
like,
good.
it's like humid and sticky because the plants like humid and sticky. And I don't.
Same.
I don't. I've just.
There have been times like when it gets bad outside in the winter, I go sit in my greenhouse.
You're crazy.
It's
You're
so
actually-
good.
You're gonna sit out there with the chickens all winter.
I might.
See, you need a Steam Deck. You can sit out there with the chickens and play games.
Fuck no, they'll peck at the screen.
Get a screen protector,
Meh.
or keep them back. Fight them off the whole time. Stand up. Fucking. What do you mean?
Stand up. Yeah, let me stand and play a Steam Deck for 6 hours.
I'm glad you mentioned the Steam Deck because I'm really debating if I want to get one of those or just a gaming laptop like yours.
ROG Ally.
Or yeah,
Get
that
the-
has a better display,
Get
doesn't it?
the ROG Ally is fucking.
The only
that's what
con I know
everybody
with the
uses.
Ally is the SD card.
And it's made
readers
by-
are known for just dying.
It's made by ASUS,
Meh.
which is falling off.
Dude,
rapidly.
Now they are. Holy fuck.
People are getting real mad at ASUS.
Dude, them and MSI did like a flip. I had shit luck with MSI for like the last 10 years. And now
Really?
MSI
yeah.
is so back.
Well, yeah, because now because Caitlin's last motherboard was an Asus and it was doing that goofy shit last year. So then I switched to MSI because it had better specs.
At the same like chip. It was a lower spec chip. It was a B6 or B550.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
instead of
B550.
570.
Her last one was an X570.
And
But-
it's got better specs on the 550.
yeah, and mine too.
Yeah.
My X5, well, let's compare it. Her
Yeah.
B550 has 2.5 gig LAN on board.
So does my B550.
Yeah.
Same.
MSI. Tom
my
Hawk.
X-
I have a B450 and I have 2 gig LAN.
Yeah, what the fuck?
What? No, you don't. You have 1 gig on board and you have your LAN card, don't you? You don't
Well,
have 2 gig.
It's a DAC.
You don't have 2
Maybe
gig
you're
on
right.
board,
Maybe
though.
it is 1 gig.
Because I remember when we were
fucking
speed
know.
testing.
I need to fucking upgrade my computer so
you
The
don't.
fuck I do. My computer yells at
fucking-
me.
You know your
Brother.
capacitors yell at you. Don't.
Yeah. Brother,
Fucking screams.
Let's upgrade then.
I can tell
Just upgrade.
when my computer is doing more processing
'Cause
by the pitch and hum
By
that
the
it makes.
electrical signal coming in.
If I boot up a game, it starts whining, and then like during a cutscene, it'll
You can hear the
get
fan
higher.
like the computer spools and then the fans
Yes.
kick on. Like it's weird.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Caitlin's getting away with her 3700 just fine.
Yeah. 3600X. Fucking
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, 3700X, my
Yeah.
bad, but yeah.
She got more cores.
But anyway, her board was like 199. Mine was
That's not a bad
because I
deal.
bought it brand new. That was when like 500
was-
series just first came out. I think mine was 300.
yeah.
Has
mine was
1 gig LAN.
Mine was somewhere in the like 180, $200 range.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2.5 gig on board. Everything's full speed. Like it's awesome.
Mine's 10G capable.
Well, now it is.
DAC
Now it
cable,
is.
bitches.
I don't have any room for any PCIe cards, and it really
Okay,
pisses
how
me
many PCI slots does your motherboard have?
off. Oh fuck me!
I got 4.
Hold on, let me just.
I
That's
also
one
have
advantage
4.
I have over Caitlin's.
Yeah.
She only has 3, but she gets 3
I want 2
slots.
full size and then the 6s.
Hold on, let me open image, new tab, full screen. There's my motherboard.
You have 3. Fuck that.
Mine's
3.
full size, small, full size, small,
Oh,
That's 4.
okay. You do
Right.
have 4.
chunky.
How many M.2s? 2?
2, one up here and then one.
Caitlin's got
here.
3.
Good lord, is there one in the
No,
back?
there's one on this side.
Hers? No.
Huh.
So hers looks like that, and then like where like the chipset cooler is,
Yeah,
there's
like
one like right there. It just doesn't have like a fancy cover on it though.
Interesting. Yeah, because I've got my top one's Gen 4, my bottom one's only Gen 3, but it's
Yeah,
fine.
hers is too.
The fact that I can put terabytes of storage
Oh,
on
yeah.
board is awesome.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I've got
Flash
the SATA.
memory.
I have 4 different PCIe slots, and I can't use any of them because my card's vertical mounted, so it blocks all of them.
Oh,
But it looks so cool like that.
yeah. My graphics card takes 2 slots, and then I have that USB one. I could probably
Oh,
get
yeah,
rid of
mine-
because
yeah,
I don't have VR hooked up anymore.
Didn't Nvidia just come out with like the prototyping for the new cards and it's a 4-slot?
They get leaked every once in a while.
That was a
It's-
rumor, I think.
I don't know,
I
but
would-
I saw
if
something
it
about
is,
that
then
lately,
holy
and I was like, "Holy
I mean, like
shit!"
a 4090 is over 3 slots. Now.
Yeah.
It's like 3.5.
Yeah, it's like
slots.
3.5.
I
So
would-
I'm gonna have to get like 240 volt wiring in my house if I want a new computer in 10 years now.
You can get 1200 watt on a regular, because a wall outlet is 110 volt at 15 amps. It's good for like 1600 from the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're running like,
On per circuit,
yes, we've learned this the hard way.
because we did the math when we did
When we were
LAN.
doing LANs, we would like do the math, like how much power do we actually
Did you break
all
a
pull?
or did you pop a breaker?
No,
No.
we never.
Because we split
Pulled
to
a-
2 circuits.
Yes.
I bet if
We have two heavy duty extension cords that run from upstairs in the living room
to split
downstairs.
to split the
Oh, I
power
didn't
safely.
realize it was doing that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no, we
What did you think those orange fucking cables were running downstairs?
probably just you being a goober for something.
Probably.
else.
I thought it was just for like your server, not everything.
Nope.
Nope.
That's just power for.
So their table was on the
Uh,
downstairs circuit. Our table was on the
yes.
upstairs circuit. We were literally splitting.
No.
Yeah, because me and Nick were
Crack.
both on the side.
Nick and Andy
What?
are on upstairs.
What?
You and me are on downstairs
How the
because you
what?
come off of
Oh,
the outlet from the ceiling.
Oh. Okay, so I get downstairs power.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, like we would
Alright.
split 2 computers to each circuit to kind of keep it. Because if you're pulling almost to the max power for like hours at a time, like
Yeah, I
one,
did the math. It would have melted the breaker panel.
one weird surge, it would have popped a breaker.
Yeah.
And that would have been really unfortunate.
Yeah, for y'all, I'm on battery backup.
This is true.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna bring
3
my-
different
Oh, yeah, I
I'm gonna
times.
bring my own UPS to the next
The one that you
LAN.
gave me, I got to
Put batteries.
Put batteries
I
in it.
gotta find a way they put a new battery in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
They're so
take them out. Go to batteries and things. They
I just-
have them in stock.
I just order mine from Amazon. and they show
Or
up.
you can be bougie and order, what are they? The iron phosphate.
Oh, they make a real nice battery
They make
for those.
really nice ones.
Okay. I just only want it for the Jellyfin server.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you could get some Amazon batteries. They don't need to be good.
Caitlin, Jason gave us one that lasts like
Somebody.
10 minutes. That's all she needs. So
Yeah, just
power
more
goes
like,
out. Oh, save my work, and I
It's
can
more
go
like
to
yeah.
tablet.
It's closer to like a power strip than it is.
Yeah.
Well,
it's those, because
That's
it's
what
a
we-
flat oval one.
yeah, that's what hers looks like actually.
Those are great and only really meant for the little flickers.
That's
Yeah.
We have one of those for our plasma table computer.
Yep.
Not for the
Oh.
table, obviously, but
Yeah.
so it does. If it does like crash, it doesn't just leave the torch lit and burn.
Yeah.
Like so, we have a little power supply sized one, or a little power strip sized one
Yeah.
for our plasma computer. From
Cool.
still on Windows 7. I think it's
Eh,
two.
ain't-
I think it's 2 cores at like 2.8. It's awesome.
If it ain't
I
broke,
have
I'll fix it.
the NAS
NAS
and
NAS
all
Butte.
of the server equipment is on one rack mounted UPS.
I forget you have your own NAS.
And then
He's a
'cause it's
data hoarder.
filled with shit.
He won't ever delete anything.
God, I
Or-
need to order new drives. Homework.
Jesus. Christ.
69.
Jesus
Nice.
Christ.
Then the top one on top of that, because I have 2 rack mounts. The top one on top of that is just a secondary backup that feeds to my computer, which is also plugged into another battery backup.
Double backup.
Yep.
That's insane.
I
Redundant.
can run my entire downstairs and the network for like 6 hours without power.
I can run mine for like 6 minutes. Under full load. Like if it's idling, it'll last forever. But,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, because you were stress testing. I remember one.
Yeah,
day.
I like loaded it up full, and you can check what the APC says, and it's like 40 minutes, 30 minutes, 10, 5, 6. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh no. I'm like, okay, like I have enough time to shut down, and that's about it.
Yeah.
If I'm like mid game or whatever, and it flickers,
Right.
which my internet will go out anyway because it's not backed up. But
Nope, I backed mine up.
fucking
Yours isn't.
your fucking node is coming from is gonna get taken down anyway.
Nah.
Because my modem's all the way over there.
Oh.
Even though my router's in
right,
here.
Look, if Xfinity keeps their shit up, I'm just gonna go to the iFiber vault that's 2 houses down and run my own fucking drop.
I would say you can't do that, but you are one of the most equipped people to actually just
Watch
do that.
me.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Shit, this
Hated
week
her.
alone, I've done 4 brand new drops.
No way.
Damn.
Somebody had a water line break and they cut it. Somebody was
Unfortunate.
doing septic work and cut it.
Unfortunate.
Somebody was installing a foundation for an above ground round pool and cut it.
Don't forget about the guy last week who thought he was an electrician and then cut it.
Oh.
No, that was a guy down south a ways.
Oh, okay.
This dude was an electrician for 35 years.
Okay.
Like, owns his own company. Called customer service complaining that our fiber line, because it was not grounded, sent a surge into his house and almost caught his house on fire.
It's low voltage.
It's glass.
It's glass.
It
It's
doesn't
glass.
need. It doesn't need a ground. It's not a
well,
conductor.
So in most of our drops is what's called a trace wire.
Yeah.
It's just a solid piece of copper that runs the entire line. You can put a tool on it and it sends a signal, and you can, with a metal detector type thing, listen to it and find out where it goes
Trace the
for when
buried-
it needs to be located.
Yeah, because it's not electroconductive at all.
No.
Like a power wire you can scan and find
Oh,
it 'cause
yeah.
it's made of metals. It's copper and stuff in there.
Yep.
Fiber is just glass with a rubber coating. Like
Yep.
you cannot find it.
Yep. So we had to explain to him that no. And according to the Ameren guy out there, your neutral came off of one of your leads in your house, and that's what caused
That'll
it.
do it because that'll feed 220 into everything.
He also had like a 30-year-old power strip.
That's fine. Couldn't have been a real problem.
You know, like the ones that have like the coax and the phone line
my
surge protector
God,
built into
yeah.
them, and it's
That's
like
God
yellow
intended.
because it used to be white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Time to change that out.
yeah, that
Not-
was a fun customer.
Not ideal.
It was just like, are you fucking stupid?
The answer is yes.
Yes.
So
Well,
Yeah.
cool. So the chickens are good.
chickens are good.
Fiber's still getting laid.
Yep.
You're not.
Nope.
Anyway,
I'll be laying fiber in
Episode
a
69.
month. God bless.
coming up soon.
Yes.
Speaking of big things, what did we do this weekend, fellas? What did we do on Sunday?
Well,
We
me,
rode in the Fusion ST.
yeah,
the Fiesta.
Fiesta.
Yeah.
It makes the Fusion look
Me,
sad,
Tori,
pathetic.
Caitlin, and Nick went to the
Pool party.
well, yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys did stuff before.
we
that.
went to the
What'd you
flea
do?
market,
Flea
in
market, yeah.
Bloomington.
Did you get fleas?
No,
What kind of market is this?
I know. Tell me
In
about
this
it.
economy?
And then on the way home after Panera,
That
because
was
it
a
was.
fucking ripoff.
Panera's so mid.
What?
It's fucking
Dude,
I mean, it don't.
me and
Get,
Caitlin's lunch was $46.
yours was 46. Mine was 62.
That's still
fucking-
much for hospital food.
I would say
yeah.
Panera's fucking hospital grade food. It
Look,
sucks. They
look,
took away the
look,
charged
look,
lemonade,
look,
and I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Look,
God, I've been drinking 2 cups of
once
it after I
every
saw
like
the total.
6 months, Panera slaps. If
No.
you're gonna go there every fucking day, fuck that.
You're-
It's hospital.
You're
food.
telling me you won't eat Jimmy John's, but Panera's
What?
fine?
I'm not saying Jimmy John's is bad.
it's
I'm saying
better.
it's still as mid as
That's-
Panera's.
If you
That's
want
insane.
Panera but good, you go to McAllister's.
the fuck,
fuck is
even
that?
It's in like Peoria.
I ain't
or-
going to Peoria.
I'm not. Fuck that
If I'm
town.
gonna-
Closest
to
one's
Pe-
Joliet.
If I'm going to Peoria's, I'm getting Avanti's over either of those. So
Fuck
Okay, yeah,
yes,
Avanti's is
Avanti's fucking slaps.
that bread might as well be made out of cake.
My
'cause
brother
it's
in
so
Christ.
sweet.
God.
It's great
Gondolas.
Italian food.
It is. And we're not going to
Gondolas.
fucking.
Oh yeah, they
Panera.
don't get free bread anymore.
They never-
Bullshit.
free bread.
Yeah, they always bread
they
at the
always give you,
table.
like-
What?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
They don't
always
do that
free.
anymore.
Nope.
Bullshit.
What the fuck?
Due to the rising costs.
Fucking
AKA
Rise this hoss.
Yeah, AKA. Oh, we see how other companies can get more money, so we're gonna.
Let's go
charge
to
this.
Texas Roadhouse, order a drink, and get rolls. The whole
And a
day.
steak.
do have a
Your
point.
steak looked really fucking good the last time we went.
I love eating Texas Roadhouse. Could do it
Anyway,
every day. It's
Fiesta.
expensive.
Smothered.
yes.
Okay, so after you guys got fleas and mid-ass Panera,
Yeah.
you guys spent $106 for 4 people to eat Panera.
Yep.
The only
That's
thing I bought was our
psychotic.
Panera. I didn't get shit at the market.
Wasn't it less than that for us to get Texas Road? Well, the 3 of us. It cost
Well,
it was like
no,
$90.
No, it wasn't.
What?
It was like 130.
Okay,
but it was good.
okay, but that's steak
But
and
we didn't pay
shrimp
for
and
it. Thanks,
bread
Mom.
and drinks and yeah, that was
Yeah.
Panera's fucking embarrassing. Anyway, after that,
Then we threw a pool party.
yeah, I'm over at my parents' house working on my car and truck, changing the oil in my truck and correcting an issue that my tuner found. So one of the reasons I didn't want to drive the car a lot is I wasn't sure if there was something weird that I'm missing.
Yeah.
Turns out there was.
Something
So,
stupid and
Yeah.
easy to fix.
look, conveniently.
that's nice.
So he had sent me a message back Saturday morning because that's the only time he ever gets back to me, apparently. So I have to wait a week at a time, but it's what it is. Anyways,
Dude's busy.
he must be. But he's like, hey, the boost curve on this looks weird. It's starting off at like 16 and creeping all the way up to about 19, 20. He's like, it shouldn't be doing that. It should be perfectly flat. And I'm like, oh, well, that's cool. He's like, check all the lines on your boost controller, make sure nothing's loose, no clamps are missing. If there's not a clamp, put one on there. Like, all right, I'll take a look and see what's what. So I get the car up off the ground, which is nearly impossible because it's tiny. You can't drive it up on any ramps because it's tiny.
Yeah.
So
You could just take the bumper off.
That's so much more work.
I'm sure that's a shitload of work.
It's a lot of work. Put it this way, the floor jack like touches the side skirt to pick it up.
Right.
This thing's tiny.
Did you use low pro?
I don't have a low pro.
Oh.
We've got our 4-ton, and that's the smallest one we
Yeah.
have. But so I was gonna change the water out for coolant anyway, because we filled the cooling system with water in case it did leak. It didn't spray glycol everywhere and make everything sticky and gross.
Yep.
So drained that out, put coolant in there. Okay. Now I'll figure out this boost control issue. So sitting on the ground, you can't see anything. 1, the car's 3 inches off the ground. 2, the turbo's on the back of the engine. So going up over the top, you can't reach anything. From the side or bottom, you can't see anything. So you have to get the car off the ground. So get it up on some ramps. I jacked the car up, jack one side up, put 2 ramps under each side tire, go to the other side, lift it up, put the other 2 ramps on. So it's up on 4 ramps. So you can now shimmy your way underneath it, like scraping your chest across the car, because it's still only like 6 inches off the ground. But go underneath there, and all the boost lines look perfectly fine. They're all connected. All the clamps are on them. Everything's lined up right.
It's all tight.
Yeah. So I'm like, shit. Like I was hoping this would be easy. Like I forgot one clip, slide it on. No.
Yeah.
Climb back out. I'm like, okay, what would be causing the boost surge? I'm like, I'm gonna start looking, do some scrolling, do some research. Turns out, when you put the bigger turbo and stuff on there, the wastegate is what controls the boost pressure.
Mm-hmm.
The more pressure it makes, it'll open this gate essentially to vent exhaust pressure, so it won't build more boost pressure. It's very strange. It makes a lot of sense when you like look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives the air a path to go that isn't through the turbo, so it slows it down.
Yep.
And keeps it right at
It's
the level
basically
it
like
wants.
a rev limiter for the turbo.
Yeah, essentially. That's honestly pretty close, yeah. It'll keep it at a certain speed, so it only makes so much power.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just using vacuum to
Essentially.
do so.
Yeah. So I found out that apparently with this bigger turbo and setup, the wastegate can hit the heat shield for the exhaust, which will stop it from opening all the way, which means it's not venting enough gas, which means it's building too much pressure. Made sense. And then when we'd gotten the car and taken it apart, the heat shield was missing the bolt in the bottom of it, which is closest to where this wastegate is. Of course, I have no pictures of this because you can't even fit in there.
No,
but
you can barely get your hand up in
yeah,
there.
the bolt in the bottom wasn't even there, so I'm like, huh, that makes a lot of sense. So I go take that bolt out, like I reach up around there, try to feel it, and you can feel just a little tiny scratch on the heat shield right next to the
Where it was
wastegate. And I'm
rubbing.
like, okay, that makes sense.
Now, couldn't you, well, maybe depending on the tubing and everything, couldn't you just relocate the wastegate?
It's internal.
Oh,
so in the
fuck it is, isn't
in
it?
the exhaust housing,
Yep.
there's the exhaust wheel of the turbo, and then next to it's a little valve.
Yep.
Not unlike a big turbo, like an actual car.
Yeah,
the
they're
wastegate
separate.
is separate upstream from it or whatever, and there's no moving arm like this is. So
That makes sense.
that's a more traditional
Damn.
style wastegate. This is an internal kind of. The gate is external, but the valve is internal.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a weird.
It's like a hybrid housing.
That means a different thing, but yes, it's
half in, half out.
the wastegate is connected inside the turbo, so you can't move it. So just undid that bottom bolt, bent the heat shield out of the way because it's just like tin, tiny little thin stuff. Set it back down, go for my test drive, and the tune is spot on. I've got it actually here.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Tuner base is sick. So here's this. The yellow line's what we're looking at here. It starts -6, means it's in vacuum, not building power. Hit the throttle, jumps up 1, 2, 3, 4, 14, 15, 16, and stays at 16.
Nice.
All right.
Almost perfectly the entire way through.
Speaking of tunes and stuff,
Speaking of tunes and stuff.
side rant.
Okay.
Did y'all hear that Cobb, the big...
That's who makes the
yeah, they make the actual like tuner.
Cobb is one of the biggest
Yeah.
tuners.
Corn?
They lost a huge ass lawsuit
Happens all the
to
time.
the EPA.
That happens
They
all
had to
the
pay
time.
like 2.9 mil.
That's nothing.
Not for them.
Nah.
When their fucking base programmers, what, like 650?
Yeah, and then access port V3 is about $600
Yeah.
now. Which that's what I have. That's what I'm tuning through is an
Yeah.
access port.
They're still
That's-
selling them.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But that's for defeating emissions and stuff. Probably yeah. So
Yeah.
that's a slap on the
I
wrist.
saw a
They're
thing
good.
on that.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
So it made exactly 16 pounds the whole curve. So I fixed the issue. Who's worried about.
Congratulations.
So now it's like, okay, we had a problem. Problem's fixed. Everything's happy now. Cool. I drive the car back and forth a couple times, get the coolant and oil or the coolant and water separated
Mixed.
out, and add a little bit more, and then brought it back, parked it, and then apparently while I was doing all this, my mom invited everyone for a pool party.
Yeah.
I knew very little about until I'm like, you guys started texting about it. I'm like, where? They're like, your parents' house. I'm like, oh,
Cool.
well, I'm already here. That's convenient. So got all my swim stuff, came back, and that's about when you guys showed up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And of course, everyone's like, well, let me see the car. It's right here. What do you mean?
Well,
What do you
I
mean?
was still pissed from the week before because
when you missed it started.
I told you from
Yeah.
the get-go, I was like, oh, whenever you need help, just like let me know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I can hold and move things.
That's the problem is it doesn't need help because everything's
know, it's
tiny.
so
You just
tiny.
like pick it up and move it.
I still remember the day I came over and I was like, Michael, you want help with that tranny? And he's like, nah, it's pretty light. And I picked up the
entire transmission.
what the fuck do you call it? The spindle end.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he had the bell housing end. And I was like, wow, this thing's like 60 pounds.
Yeah, everything's tiny and light, which makes
It's
it
just
awesome.
a little awkward.
Yeah. So everyone came over, like, let's see the car. This and that. I'm like, okay, well, here you go. I'm already in like my swim trunks and stuff, got my flip flops on.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I'll start it and you guys can hear it and this and that. And it sounded kind of cool. Everybody's happy. It's like, can we go for a ride? I'm just like,
So we piled 4 deep.
so I'm like, yeah, I
Yeah.
suppose. So of course we all pile up in the car. My wallet with my license in it is not with me. It's in the camper.
It's
I'm
fine.
like, nobody will see, but still.
Yeah.
So
Did Nick send you the video? On
he
that?
did send me the videos
Okay.
of it.
Comfy Recaros.
They are shockingly
You know,
nice. They
even
grow
for
on
a,
you.
even for a back seat, man spreading,
They're pretty decent.
it's still pretty fucking
Yeah.
comfortable.
Now, if you put a fifth person in the back seat,
oh no, fuck that. Maybe a child.
Even in my car, a fifth person's like a no-go.
yeah,
no.
you're just.
The middle seats in the back of Fords are
they're technically
They're meant for the
seats.
fold-down cup holders, and that's about
it's
it.
for
Yeah.
insurance.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they hold 5 people. That
Like-
sounds like a lot.
Like the BRZ or GR86. Yeah, there's back seats, but just so your insurance is cheap.
Yeah, it's for luggage. It's not
Yeah.
for anything usable.
Free to
Or
throw
luggage,
a backpack
yeah.
back there.
Yep.
So we did a couple of medium effort drives. Nothing.
Okay,
too
so this is
crazy.
the second one
Oh, this is the one
of
that
you
popped up
turning
first.
around. Yeah, that's when you like fully sent it.
This
Small-
is probably the better one to
It
launch
is.
anyway.
Small
Yeah.
car things.
So you could see them in my swim trunks and stuff, and we're just cruising down the road.
With
So
Lamb of God blasting.
this is true. Oh no, this is the way.
Oh, this is
heading
the
away.
first one. Okay, sorry.
This is me just kind of half throttle cruising around. You
Fast
hear
and
the car
Furious style.
making boost noises everywhere.
For our audio listeners, I'm gonna turn this up a little bit.
Like half throttle? Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome.
It is kind of hard to tell in the video, but it's like you can actually feel the car like
Yes.
moving. This one should
That
show
looks
a little
fun.
bit better. Okay. Yeah, you'll see me whip a U-turn inside an intersection because it's tiny. Absolute minuscule little car. Little car life. Adorable. Get a little bit hard on it here.
Oh, it's gonna make. This is awesome. Jesus, the fucking moves.
So, fellas, after riding in this thing, what do you think?
She scoots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She's a little
Pretty good.
scooter.
that's your impressions of it.
Yeah.
Basically, is like,
And
were
it's
you shocked at how quick it is for being untuned,
Yeah,
no.
or is that what you were hoping?
I was hoping for that, but I was definitely surprised.
Still
Like
surprised.
I know they were quick, but you know, like enough to like kind of go like,
Like, oh, it actually goes
Yeah.
somewhere.
The wastegate noise is what gets
All,
me.
Oh, yeah.
all
It
of the noise.
sounds like a Japanese tuner.
It-
straight out of fucking Fast and
It
Furious.
sounds like a big turbo tuner
Yeah.
car because it kind of is.
It's. I mean,
No,
yeah.
when we got back in the pool, Caitlin came up to me and said, "So what's the difference between a regular Fiesta and an ST Fiesta?" I'm like,
It's sick.
Seats.
it was hard to explain it to someone that's not a car person.
Yeah, you're like, it's faster. You're like, okay, but,
Yeah.
but so what? You're like,
Right.
no, but it's faster.
Right, like that's what I mainly said. Just like, well, it's got a better turbo. It's like it's got a performance engine in it. It's just like, and she's like, but why? I'm like, well,
because it can.
that's what Ford
because
did
it's
with
an
the ST
ST.
line.
Yeah, it's the sport tuned line. That's
Yeah.
what ST stands
It's
for.
like in the 2000s when Chevy fucking made an SS trim for every car.
everything.
And they were sick. Don't get me wrong.
That is one thing that I hate nowadays is everything's got a sport trim or whatever, and it's the stock truck with a sport trim or whatever. And I'm like, but it's not faster. Don't call it a sport if it's not faster.
It's a stock truck.
Sport means you gut half the stuff out of it, and it's faster.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The Explorer Sport was kind of true.
did it get a V8 at least?
I think.
No.
Oh,
No.
Like the body style I had?
Yeah.
No, I had the overhead
okay.
cam V6, but it was 2 doors and lighter.
That's true.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll give it a half. A half.
That's the one I would have
Sport.
preferred to have.
Yeah,
as opposed
sporty.
to my fucking 4-door.
I'll give sporty appearing a point, but
Yeah.
just like they changed the bumpers to black. That doesn't make it
Yeah.
a sport.
No, that doesn't make it
No.
sporty.
So yeah, that's on 16 pounds of boost, which is basically what the car made stock theoretically.
And now, how much theoretically can you go up to before it blows up?
Theoretically, we're probably going to be somewhere in the 26 to 28 pound range.
Oh, shit. that's
Jesus
more than I
Christ!
thought.
You're gonna add another 10 pounds to that bitch
So the car stock makes like 180 ish, 180, 190. Like
Yeah.
it
on
should
on
make
16 pounds.
17.
Okay.
But PSI doesn't equate from turbo to turbo.
No.
Right.
So think of it as like a diameter of tube. Like
Yes.
a 5-inch diameter tube with 80 PSI in it is not the same air as a 1-inch diameter tube with 80 PSI
Exactly.
air. There's just more volume at the PSI.
Yes.
So it's probably already faster than it was,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's going to keep going. So
Hell
it'll pick
yeah.
up probably another 80 to 100 horsepower.
So stock, you said what? 180.
I think like
horse?
190 or something.
Is that at the wheel or at the crank?
at the crank?
Okay, and what are the numbers you're kind of guessing?
I should be looking like 280 at the wheel. So
Which
probably like
is-
330 at the crank
Out of a 4-banger.
out of a 1.6 liter.
Hell yeah.
That's it's like 20 horsepower per 200 horsepower per liter.
Yeah.
Which is a lot.
That's a lot.
I
I remember
soda bottle.
years ago when, theoretically guys were doing 400 horsepower out of a 4-cylinder. It's like, that's 100 horse per fucking piston. That's a shitload of
and now
fucking
it's
power.
like this is like a totally manageable
Yeah,
daily
it's
driver quality car.
It's normal.
Yeah.
It's
It's
crazy.
nuts. But yeah, I think we were talking about it in the pool. It was like, okay, who would technically win?
Oh,
Your car
My car,
versus
Andy's
Cobra versus the bike.
Oh, my car versus your bike is going to be a lot closer.
Yes.
Than I think either of us are ready for.
Yeah.
His Cobra is still faster by quite a bit.
He would get us off the line
Not necessarily. 'cause
depending on the circumstance.
that car makes enough power. It's hard to go
Yes.
forward. But when mine's tuned, it should also be hard to go
If
forward.
if Andy gets traction,
it's over.
it's over.
Right.
His car is, call it 750 horsepower
Yeah.
at 3,500 pounds.
Yeah.
My car is going to be about 300 horsepower.
Ooh,
at,
can we do some quick math for power to rate ratios?
Let me hit my calculator button that is equipped on
dope.
the laptop. Yeah. All right. So
Let's do Andy.
so he would be about. So we'll do power. Yeah, power to weight. So 750 divided by 3,500. So 0.214 is his power to
Okay.
weight ratio. For this, you want the higher the number is better power.
Yes.
To weight. You want more power
Yes.
than weight, but it doesn't work like that.
No.
So he would be at 0.214. Mine would be, call it 300 divided by 2,800, I
Yeah.
believe.
Sure.
I'm 0.107.
Mm.
So he's got almost twice the power to weight that I do,
Shit.
but it's efficiency. We'll
Yeah.
see. If we were both like from 30 onward, yeah, he's gone. That car's so fast. But it needs to be fixed and run first, so.
Hold
you
on.
look up the bike specs?
Yes.
Yours is a lot of aero, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where cars are kind of efficient. Bikes, I guess they are too, but
You can be.
Okay.
okay. How many horsepower?
Well, a 2016 Yamaha FZ6R has a 559 4-stroke,
Yep, these are true.
which
things.
is delivering 78 horsepower at 11,500 RPM.
You've got a lot more RPM than we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what does that thing weigh? I guess with you on it, it's probably what 600 pounds.
I want to say my wet weight is like 4 something.
Okay, that's not
Hold
that
on,
bad.
My phone's throwing a shit fit. Hold on.
I guess it is only a 600. It's not like there's
13.
like
horsepower.
extra weight
Okay,
from like
so
a cylinder.
I have 78 horsepower.
Yep, got that.
All right.
I bet you're shockingly close to where I'm at.
My wet weight is 467 pounds.
Okay. So,
So,
467, call
four-
you.
Oh shit.
Are you having a stroke?
467 plus. We'll call me 170.
Okay.
That's a minus, not a plus, dumbass.
You're like, I weigh
Call me 640 pounds.
640 pounds. 0.12.
Ooh.
So I'd be 0.104. You're 0.12.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that
It's
far away.
close.
At a certain point, Arrow is going to take advantage.
Yeah, I mean,
It'd be close. I don't know where.
I
don't know
think you
when
would
it be.
outrun me though, top speed wise.
Yeah, but we'll just do like 30 to 100.
Oh shit, 30.
Because I don't want to take off next to you. Because my car, you guys didn't get to feel it, but if it lights up a little bit, it torque steers really bad.
Oh yeah.
It's terrifying. Like, it'll pull the wheel around.
Jesus.
pretty
Yeah,
bad.
see that's my problem is I've done the like not a full clutch
Not
drop,
a race car launch, but
but like
hard.
clutch dragging where and you let it out slow. I think once or twice I've had that front wheel off the ground just a little
Just
bit.
when you don't necessarily want it to either.
Yeah, I know for a fact I've had both tires off the ground once.
Now, see, you said both tires.
Yes. I was going downhill and hit a bump
Ooh.
and got airborne because it went from like call it
6,000.
like 10K to 12
It
and I
just-
hit the limiter.
Whap, and jumped up.
Yeah, and then I hit the ground and I
You're like,
was like,
oh, wait a minute.
I had left
I have
the ground.
disconnected from Earth for a little bit. Slipped the surly bonds of gravity.
Yeah, where the fuck was that? Oh, I was in Peru. I was headed to American Nickeloid to meet Joanne for something.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was turning from Route 6
Mm-hmm.
and like 4 kids jumped out in the middle of the fucking road and like tried to like I don't know if they were trying to flag me down or something,
Or,
but like
Kind of mess with you, maybe.
one of the kids was at least 2 inches away from hitting my handlebar.
Ooh.
So I fucking just
Got away
and
from him.
took
yeah.
off and
Jesus.
yeah,
Fucking
good
kids.
times.
Fuck them kids. But
True.
But yeah, so now that problem's fixed, probably tomorrow or the next day, I'll like get the heat shield remounted.
Yeah.
But with a spacer in it so it doesn't
Yep.
rub. Because I don't really trust it just being loose.
I wouldn't either because it's what 3 bolts.
There's 3 bolts, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom.
Yeah,
the
I
bottom
would put that
is,
one on the bottom because otherwise
So I need-
theoretically you could hear it.
I haven't yet, but it's like I would like to, in case it does like get
Start
pulled
rattling,
back in and
yep.
hold that wastegate closed.
Yep.
Because then it'll make way too much boost all of a sudden and destroy itself.
Yep.
You know, because right now it's just on wastegate, which means it's doing the minimum power it can make naturally. There's a spring. Once it overwhelms that spring, it opens. Once you add boost controller to it, you're essentially adding an air pressure on top of that spring to make it artificially stiffer.
Yep.
If it's demanding a certain amount of pressure and the wastegate isn't opening, it's just going to keep making more and more boost till it blows up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't want that.
Kaboom.
I don't want to do this again. This is a lot of work.
Yeah.
Understandable.
So I'm probably gonna try to put a spacer and a new bolt in there.
I
and
would.
get it held in place.
Plus, it's never good when a heat shield starts rattling. They're so fucking flimsy. It's just gonna move until it snaps, and then it's gonna be in the way of shit.
It's like
and-
even if I took it all the way off, it'd probably be fine. Because
Well,
I have a
yeah.
turbo blanket,
Yep.
which is not factory, so it's actually retaining more heat
Yep.
inside and moving it away easier. But I don't know. We'll see. See where I get to.
potato.
But speaking of other things,
Other things.
I did some work to the trailer ramps.
Oh.
Finally.
Wow. Why is one all rusty as fuck?
This is how they look.
Oh,
This
that's
is-
right. That's right. Because you ordered these,
These, well, yeah, I ordered these, a year ago
Yeah.
or whatever.
and then you.
They were just in bare metal the whole
yes,
time.
that's right.
Yeah.
Well, they were oiled.
kind of,
but
bare metal
kinda
ish.
shitty.
Yeah.
They were bare metal, but
This
barely
is,
oiled.
This is what they were starting to look like. They were starting to get kind
Yeah.
of crusty and dirty.
fucking paint them.
So I wire wheeled all these, which is a huge pain in
Oh,
the
I'm
ass.
sure that was a bitch
to get in
with all
between
those
all the
gussets in there.
dimples.
Is it gussets?
dimples. Yeah. Because these are all stuck up. So I have to do
Yeah.
passes this way and then this way and do passes basically back and forth each direction. And as soon as you catch the edge of one of these, it like whips the wire wheel right at you, which is really annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a fun time.
Yeah. But I spent, this was Saturday? Yeah, this was Saturday. So you got these cleaned up and prepped. So here's a prepped one next to an unprepped one.
Nice.
We gave them a quick little blast. We went white
You
with them
You went white?
because the white paint we have sticks really good, and none of the other colors I
You-
trusted.
Yeah,
I would have thought you just would have
Done
fucking
in black.
rattle canned them in primer.
See, the problem is like normal trailer ramps are like angle iron and tube.
Mm-hmm.
These are flat plate, which means they have a bunch of surface area, which means they get hot really quickly.
That's fair.
So if I painted them black, they're going to absorb even more heat.
Yeah.
So instead
And
of
then
like
not only are they going to be sharp on the corners and heavy, they're going to be hot
hot,
and heavy.
so I'm like,
69.
shut the fuck. Anyway, so I'm like,
God.
I still got half a gallon of that gloss white tractor paint we used for the
Oh,
fit.
that's right.
And I'm like,
Fuck
it
it.
sprayed really nice. It mixed really nice. It held really nice. I'm like, well, fuck it. I'll just spray them again. Like, I'll just use that same paint, same mix, and just do it again.
Bet you won't.
I did. Here they are. They're all fucking.
Wow.
They actually painted pretty nicely.
Shit, that actually came out real nice.
Like they look like you can see like this corner is a little bit light on the edge of it, but that's just the way.
yeah.
painting
And then
around
the
a
minute
corner.
you drive over them, there's going to be black tire marks all over it.
Can't wait. Super excited, but yeah, I just flipped them upside down, painted the whole underside of them, flipped them right side up, painted the top. Whatever didn't get coated, and that is what it is.
Nice.
Awesome.
But they'd been getting kind of rusty and shitty for a while.
Yeah, and you better stop that before it gets
Before it starts to be up
below surface.
because I was gonna get them sandblasted and powder coated,
Oh, fuck that.
but that's a lot of work. And the
That is
paint,
a lot of work.
I have the paint and it's free, and it's like
Yep.
it was like 2 hours of work.
Yeah, so the next time the paint starts peeling and it starts to bubble, okay,
Yeah,
fuck it,
I
I'll
can
put
get
it
'em-
down and powder coat them.
Yeah, I could still get them powder coated in the future. but
Oh,
just-
yeah.
they're sitting there getting rusty, so I'm like, okay, they'll
Time
be.
to do something about
I
it.
needed to sand the underside of them a little bit because they were kind of sharp, just from the way the steel bent. So I sanded that up, got it cleaned up, and then painted them. So if they rust through that, whatever. But it's at least I tried. Is the
Yep.
theory. So
Nice.
yeah, so those should be all dried up and ready to exist.
Cool.
I guess. I don't know.
Neat.
Better than being in bare steel.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Do we have anything else major we want to get into? We're closing in on an hour.
Meh.
You want to just dive through these marketplace finds of the
Sure.
week real
Yeah.
quick? Okay, we each submitted 2. Nick didn't, but that's okay.
Yeah, I did find something last night and I forgot to save it and now I can't find it.
That's
so.
fine. It probably sold already.
Most likely.
So,
It was a Crown Vic, but it was like caged.
interesting.
It was manual swapped.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I
All
wish I
right,
saved
Marcus,
it.
what's going on here?
I found a DJI T40, which is a field sprayer drone, for 15 grand. Brand new. These fuckers are like,
They're like
42.
Yeah, they're very expensive, brand new.
Stolen.
No, it looks like it's in the right
No,
place.
well,
Shit.
if you look at the description, one of them has
5,000
almost 6,000 acres on it, and the other has almost 11.
11,000 acres.
But I mean, like, those fucking drones are not cheap.
And they're huge.
Yeah, that's
They're
like
I've literally
God.
watched like a 200-pound dude get picked up by one of them.
I would assume pretty easily, too.
I
Like,
want
these are-
one so bad. I want to
50
strip the tank and the sprayers off of it and just put a
Put a
like a
seat
swing
on it.
set with a harness kit. Okay.
Okay, to be fair, you
Just
got
take
hit
off.
by one of the blades on your drone.
Yeah, it was fucking well, okay, I don't you shouldn't say hit.
What
It was
rushed?
already slowing down because it hit a tree.
A little bit.
Side tangent.
allegedly.
Operator error.
No, okay, yeah, it was.
Long story short.
We were at we were at a parade and the battery, I was on my second battery and we had just come around a corner, so I was, just
Kind of
bobbing and weaving down and through shit.
Yeah.
And I didn't remember to turn the volume up on the tablet.
Okay.
And so when the batteries get to a set percentage, in my case it's 15%,
Sure.
it wants to auto home from where it took off.
Oh,
And
so
if you're not paying attention to the tablet, it'll do it all on its
It'll
own
just-
before you cancel
it'll
it.
start doing it.
So as I'm flying it, and I thought, okay, like I'm getting low on battery, I'll get up here just like 20 more feet past these power lines and past this tree, and I'll drop it and
Set
I'll
it down.
toss it back in the truck.
Sure.
Yeah, it decided to basically full speed up into a tree. Thank God. I always fly with a harness that keeps the remote held.
Yeah.
So I dropped the remote and I stuck my arm out
To grab it.
and I turned my head away just in enough time that the blade came and just
Eee.
grazed my neck.
Yeah,
They're plastic blades.
but they still fucking hurt.
yeah.
If it was at full speed being held down, it'd probably take off a fucking finger.
Oh yeah, I would
Easily.
assume so. I mean, even like your Mavic Mini, that'll slice your hand up.
Ah,
But those are hard. Those are like carbon blades, aren't they?
no, they're breakaway blades.
Okay.
It won't cut your finger off, but I
It'll-
remember during the Washington trip, I was doing
whack
a
the fuck outta
panoramic,
you.
and I sat down on a rock, and a breeze came
It, like,
by,
started
and it
to
knocked it, and I
slide.
slapped towards the ground, and I took all 4 fucking blades to the hand, and it fucking stung for
Yeah.
a good 15, 20 minutes.
So you catch one of these like 24-inch blades to you.
I don't even think, fuck, can we go on their website and see what the specs are
T40?
for a DJI T40?
I'm sure we could real quick. DJ.
They're nasty fucking blades, like, and they're not,
17 grand.
shit.
Maybe you can just maybe they're not that expensive
maybe it's
anymore.
Refurbed.
Specs could be, or it doesn't come with a battery or anything.
Dimensions.
They weigh 50 kilograms, so that's heavy.
Good lord.
It's like 120 pounds.
I saw one not too long ago out past Ecus. They were spraying a field. Does it say how big the blades are?
That's 54 inch.
inch, and there's 8
Damn.
of them.
Okay, so put this in
Good
perspective
lord.
that
Holy
each of those blades are
fuck.
It's
50.
over 4 foot long.
These are all 4 foot long blades. Like this thing is like 12 foot wide.
Yeah.
This thing's a beast.
Good lord.
You should get one.
I should.
You should just play with it.
I should.
Operating payload is 40 kilograms, so about 80 pounds. That's a little bit more than you, but
Fuck.
it's pretty close. We could make it. We get 2 of them, strap them together. or-
Well, you got to remember,
160.
dual battery
yeah.
with the tank off and the sprayer
You
off.
strip all the extra nonsense.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be thrilled,
50
but
pounds.
Jesus Christ.
internal battery life 3.3 hours.
Good lord.
So yeah, you
Charging time 2 hours.
it would
Fucking
probably
hell.
carry you around not that bad.
Nah.
All right,
30
fair enough.
liters, but yeah. So those blades are over
They're 4 foot long.
4 foot long, and
Each.
they're not so like on
not breakaways?
my Inspire.
Mhm.
They're like spring clip tensioned in. You put the blade on there, and then you twist the motor cap, and it locks the blade in. It's probably hard to see.
Yeah, but you can see like the blade attached to the blade not attached.
Kind of.
Like-
This is
like-
the.
But you can see here how they fold in on themselves. They're
This
not
is an
fixed.
Inspire 2. Mine's an Inspire 1.
Yeah, same.
This
thing,
is
but
like how
different.
the Mavics are. They're breakaways.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact on those T40s and
Mm-hmm.
the T20 models, there are fixed blade and there's 4 screws that hold each one in.
Yeah, they're not
So
going.
it's not gonna fucking go anywhere.
They're not going anywhere.
But I mean, for 15 fucking grand, and one of them has 6,000 acres on it, that's not that bad.
You could just go pick it up.
Fuck. Where's it at?
Milan.
Oh, yeah.
Listed for 5 weeks. It might be willing to work on price.
Ooh.
You're like, would you take a slightly used Subaru?
Probably tell me to go fuck myself.
I would tell you that before you even go. Not too shabby.
But yeah, some, a $40,000 spray drone for
15
15 grand. Be a
What
fun
else?
little toy.
What the fuck is this?
So again, I see. I laughed at it too. It's a vintage Weight Watchers FM radio with earbuds, battery not included.
But I need the battery, otherwise it won't work.
I don't know why I found this so fucking funny. I just found it fucking.
My
funny.
grandma had that.
Oh yeah.
It's just a Weight Watchers branded
What the
FM
fuck?
radio.
Yep.
I
She
thought
got
this
it
was
free.
a points thing.
No, she got it free for signing up.
Oh
I love how they specify
God.
FM radio, like
It,
AM.
it was ass. I could only get
Like
like
one
100.9 or the Q.
Ugh.
That's pretty much all I can still get these days.
Christ.
AM listeners do not apply.
Ooh,
That's
this is a certified 720 W.
I don't know. I just found that funny, and
Just
especially how somebody thought it was worth $50 fucking
they
dollars.
dropped the price to 35, so they're
Still.
clearly the free giveaway item is not drawing a huge
I'll,
crowd.
I'll give you.
If you could put a
don't know,
little
a
SD
penny.
card in there and make it like a little MP3 player,
That's-
sure, okay.
but at that point, you
But
can
at
just
that
buy
point,
any
not worth
SD
it.
card player.
All right.
All right. You mentioned you had found a Crown Vic. I have also found a Crown Vic.
Whoa.
Yo.
Is that Andy's?
No. No, I know where Andy
Just
is.
because I know his
10
toad
grand.
So 10
what the
10 grand is a
fuck
bit
for an
much.
O2?
shit.
However,
Suck my left nut.
let's read the description. 2002 Crown Victoria that has 4x4 that has been lifted via 4-link. Yes, it is 4-wheel drive. Front is a Dana 30 divorced Ford transfer case.
Okay, now we're talking.
Locker in the rear end, full-size hitch, full-size spare. Car will run 70 miles an hour all day. So this has essentially the front axle out of a Jeep XJ. And
Wow.
the stock rear axle probably. But this thing is...
It looks a little ignorant without fender flare.
It
It's got a
does.
fucking winch.
It's got a full-size winch in it.
underneath the fucking
Underneath the license plate.
license plate.
Oh,
That's
oh.
fucking cool.
Ah, frick.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, there's a
Jeebus.
video.
Oh, there's a video.
Yeah, I gotta hear how this sounds.
Sounds like
Healthy.
every Crown Vic, to be fair.
Good old
Fucking
4.6,
interior's clean?
right?
Yeah, 4.6. Like, it's legitimately a lifted four-wheel drive Crown Vic.
I'd give them 7.5.
Listing at 10 is pretty close to that. 100,000 miles.
That's not that bad for an 02.
I mean, it's in good shape.
It is. The full-size hitch. Holy shit. Like, how much can you tow with that, probably?
Legally, probably not as much as what you can pretend to.
Yeah.
We've towed too much with them before.
Oh, yeah.
We've towed Andy's little enclosed trailer with his. It was a little like 4x8 trailer, but let's see. Somewhere in here it starts to get underneath of it. Yeah. Here we go.
Okay.
So a full-size like Ford
Okay.
transfer case.
Lord.
All right, doesn't
What
look
an
too bad
absolute
underneath.
fucking
All
unit.
a proper-ish 4-link rear end, so it actually like move around and flex. Oh, that's a 9-inch. That's not an 8.8. Okay.
Good
So they put a
lord.
different rear end in it.
All right.
More 4-link stuff. Yeah, that's not what an 8.8 looks like.
Oh, yeah, no.
There's the Dana. This is out of an XJ pretty much.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's
that
yeah.
looks like
Like,
Andy's.
That looks like Andy's.
We've
yeah.
seen like little spacer blocks on the coil
Mhm.
springs to get the right height. Like, it is legitimately a 4-wheel drive swapped Crown Vic.
Good for that guy.
Just a nice little daily driver car.
With a spare wheel.
Full size spare. Don't forget it. So yeah, 10 grand might be up.
Where was that at?
10,
Wichita, Kansas.
10 grand's a little much.
It is an
I'd say
absolute.
I'd probably go like maybe 75 or 8.
But if
Yeah,
you were in
that-
Kansas,
Yeah.
Well, that explains why the underneath looks really fucking good.
it's
though.
in mildly good shape.
Yeah.
Yo,
And this one's for Nick.
Oh, hell yeah. Look at that.
They say
swamp
they couldn't.
bogger.
They say they couldn't do it on second gens.
I might have actually not had the laptop switched over for all that. I don't know.
Whoops.
We'll go back to it in a minute. So here's your Ford Explorer. I know you want one.
Yeah.
It's on 54-inch tires,
Yeah, that's a little too much
20
for me.
inches of lift.
Good lord.
It says not street legal, but it's got the V8 in it, so I'm sure it's peppy.
Okay.
you know?
178K on
It's
it.
fucking
Is that a fucking side exhaust?
You mean that?
Yeah.
Probably.
You
Play off
know,
the headers.
you know, I'm a motherfucker for a side exhaust.
On this though,
It doesn't matter.
An old 5-liter. Yeah.
yeah, one of the good ones.
It would sound pretty good.
It'd be all right. But
It's
yeah,
pure exhaust. It's pure
just
engine noise. That's
goofiest
all I
shit.
want.
This
Them are
is-
some fucking beefy ass tires too.
they're military tires, so these are like for
hell
like
yeah.
8-ton and 10-ton trucks and stuff.
Good lord.
I think they're 54s technically. It doesn't say, but something like that.
Fuck.
Chonky.
Dang.
What is that?
$4
XLT?
grand? Shit, that ain't bad.
$4,000, and believe it or not, it's in Missouri.
Missouri.
This doesn't scream Missouri to me at
No,
all.
no, it
doesn't.
does not.
Okay, I don't know if I missed having the laptop on, so I'm just gonna click through these real quick.
Yeah.
There it is.
Picture.
Wait, does he have a Subaru Baja in the background? Sure does.
He does. Hell yeah.
Oh!
Good
Huge,
for that guy.
huge fan of
Yeah,
these
this guy
guys.
fucks.
Winch hidden behind the plate.
Full size
Underside.
hitch.
Literally full size transfer case.
Lord.
4-link in the back. Dana 30 in the front. Trusty Heims joints. So it's got a nice, actually, halfway decent steering kit on it. Like, this thing probably drives halfway decent.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
And it's just pure luxury of
clean.
2002. But yeah, I think that's all we've got for today.
Yeah.
This has been episode number 69.
Woo.
Marcus was very excited about this one.
69.
And we're- and
Funny
we're-
number.
And we're going to end it on that.
Yep.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.